Yo guys, what's good? It's Aroma here, and we're here with AMD to give you the best settings out of the Black Ops 7 launch. Let's get it. So starting off with controller settings, I play tactical flipped at 1.65 cents. These are sort of generic things that you'll see throughout the competitive scene. You might see the number a bit lower or a bit higher, but in terms of what's comfortable for me, I enjoy 1.65. It helps me maintain a decent level of accuracy within the game. I play with my presets off, bumpers off, my triggers and bumpers are flipped, controller vibration off, trigger effect off. Moving on to dead zones, I play 370 and 499. You want to have the minimums as low as possible for your controller. Now this might be dependent on whether you've got a bit of stick drift or anything like that, but I play with 3 on the minimum on the left, 4 on the minimum on the right, and then 70 and 99 as the maximums. Moving on to aiming, I don't run any sort of different sensitivity multipliers. I'm just one throughout. Some people mess around with their ADS sensitivity, but personally I don't. Moving on to the aiming advanced settings. Here we want to use dynamic and slope scale as 1. Dynamics become a staple in the competitive scene for the last however many years now. Pretty much every player that you see now will run dynamic, and in comparison to standard or linear, some people find the others a bit too sticky and stuff like that. So when you're trying to maneuver between targets, it becomes a bit more difficult. This, with dynamic, you're able to go in between those targets a bit better. And yeah, like I said, pretty much been a main staple of the competitive scene now since it came into effect. Then moving on to movement, I play with sprint assist on, mantle assist off, crouch assist off, corner slicing off, wall jump assist off, combat roll assist off. Now, the main one here that I want to talk about, sprint assist, just being on now. There's no tac sprint in the game coming into Black Ops 7, so no need to run tac sprint assist or anything like that. Going into the wall jump assist, personally, I have this off. You can play with one of the other 3, but that makes the game make decisions for you, and personally, I'm not a fan of that. I like to be in control of my movement the whole time, so I run this as off. Slide dive behavior is on hybrid. Coming into Black Ops 6 last year, we played with hybrid as well because of the dolphin diving and stuff like that, and with the slide cancelling still being a main staple of the game, so we want to run hybrid here as well. Sprint restore is on, slide maintain sprint on, the parachute and stuff and all that stuff is for Warzone, so we'll leave that. The one thing I will say is you want to make sure this is on tap slide, so the gameplay is as smooth as possible, your mechanics are as smooth as possible. Going into combat settings, again, these are pretty generic. We don't really mess around with these. The only thing that kind of gets mentioned is the finishing move stuff. I prioritize finishing move just because it's the default setting. I've never really messed around with this, but again, this is sort of a preference. So moving on to displaying the graphics, I play at 240 Hz and at 1440p. This is thanks to AMD. I'm going to get into a little bit more depth as to why I'm able to do this. Moving on to the quality tab, make sure that you're running AMD FSR4 on. FSR4 uses machine learning based frame generation that gives you stunning visuals and ultra smooth gameplay. With the higher FPS, your game feels better, you can react better, and in turn perform better in game. As for the other settings, I have upscaling off, ray tracing off, my VRAM scale target at 70, variable rate shading on. Moving on to the details and textures, as you can see, pretty much every setting I have here is either very low, low, or off. This has become the competitive norm, and you'll see this across pretty much everyone's systems. However, thanks to AMD and FSR4, you are able to maintain a higher resolution in the game if you decide to, while still having a really good performance on your PC. So like I said, all my settings are very low or low here, but you are able to put this on sort of medium, normal, or high, and still have that really good FPS on the game. So go through my settings, my textures are low or very low, depth of field off, detail quality low, particle res low, bullets, persistent effects off, shader quality low, on-demand texture minimal. Local text streamer quality low, in-game video quality low. Shadow quality very low, I have these off, and the static reflection low. And then for the environment tab, terrain quality very low, volumetric quality low, and then again, these are all off. Going on to view now, my FOV is 103, and my ADS field of view is affected. Typically, most pro players and most competitive players are going to have this between 95 and 105. Anywhere between there is sort of preference on what you want it to look like and how you want it to feel. It's been 103 for me for a very long time. I've had this for many years. It's sort of been the typical one that people go to. But like I said, you can move this a little bit more up or a little bit more down, depending on how you feel. Weapon field of view on wide. Again, this is a pretty important one because visual recoil within the game can either be made minimal or you can have it sort of standard. With wide, it literally brings that all the way down, so you're not having your gun go all over your screen. It's a lot clearer. World motion blur is off. Weapon motion blur is off, and my camera movements are on the least. Again, this is to make sure there's little clutter on your screen and the gameplay is as clear as possible, helping you to perform as well as possible. So these are your Black Ops 7 launch settings with AMD. Level up your setup with AMD and make sure to turn on FSR4 for stunning visuals and ultra smooth gameplay.